and welcome our blood viewers to RCD's News English edition. As usual, we begin our news with the major and top headlines. Launch of a workshop to develop a national strategy on labor migration. And on the international scene, 6 Palestinians, including children and a journalist, killed in Israeli strikes. Those were the major and top highlights. Welcome back to our newsroom, our blood viewers. For the third consecutive days, competitions of the 26th edition of the regional Holy Quran Memorization Contest Prize of the Head of State continued at the People's Palace in Djibouti. This year, alongside candidates from the host and organizing country, young memorizers from Yemen, Tanzania, the Comoros, Somalia, Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, and Sudan are taking part in the competitions for the first time. The edition also welcomes participants from Rwanda, Burundi, and South Sudan. During this third day of competition, participants competed in the category dedicated to the memorization of 10 parts, 10 juz of the Holy Quran. It is worth recalling that the official opening ceremony of the contest was presided over last Sunday by the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Waqf, Mr. Mu'min Hassan Bare. Organized annually by his ministry during the holy month of Ramadan, the contest is held under the high patronage of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Gille. The competition represents a major Quranic platform bringing together young talents from the Horn of Africa and East Africa, aimed at highlighting their abilities in memorization, recitation, and tawjeed of the Book of Allah.
بعد ذلك على من يشاء والله غفور رحيم.
The Ministry of Labor, in charge of Formalization and Social Protection in collaboration with the International Labour Organization, organized this morning the launch of a policy design workshop dedicated to the development of Djibouti's national labor migration strategy. The event was held at the conference hall of the Best Western Premier Djibouti. This high-level meeting forms part of the Djiboutian government's ongoing efforts to structure, regulate, and promote effective, safe, and mutually beneficial labor migration management for both workers and the national economy. The opening ceremony was attended by Mr. Ahmed Saad Sultan, a technical advisor to the Minister of Labor, representing the Ministry of Labor in charge of Formalization and Social Protection. Also present were Kim Gold, Djibouti head of mission at the Embassy of the United Kingdom in Djibouti, as well as the Ariola Segati, representative of the International Labor Organization, alongside several representatives from sectoral ministers, public institutions, and technical partners involved in migration and employment issues. During the workshop, participants engaged in in-depth discussions on the priority areas of the future national strategy, notably the governance of labor migration, protection of migrant workers, international cooperation, as well as the development of skills and employment opportunities abroad. The meeting marks an important step in the process of developing a structured national policy aimed at a better regulating labor migration and strengthening the contribution of professional mobility to Djibouti's sustainable development. In her remarks, the representative of the International Labour Organization emphasized the importance of coordinated international cooperation in managing labor migration. She highlighted that well-structured migration policies can create opportunities for both countries of origin and destination while ensuring the protection of migrant worker rights. She also underlined the role of technical partnerships in supporting governments in the design and implementation of effective migration governance framework. The technical advisor to the Minister of Labor reiterated the government's commitment to establishing a comprehensive national strategy capable of effectively managing labor migration. The National Agency for Persons with Disabilities and the United Nations Development Program have signed the annual work plan, marking a new step in strengthening their partnership to promote the inclusion of persons with disabilities in Djibouti. This partnership will make it possible to carry out an evaluation of the previous national disability strategy and initiate the development of a new strategy aimed at reinforcing policies in favor of persons living with disabilities. The agreement is part of the framework of the National Disability Strategy 2026-2035. Through the collaboration, the National Agency for Persons with Disabilities and the United Nations Development Program reaffirmed their shared commitment to building a more inclusive and equitable society for all. The General Director of the National Agency for Persons with Disabilities highlighted the importance of strengthening partnerships aimed at improving the living condition and opportunities available to persons with disabilities. He emphasized that the signing of the annual work plan reflects a shared determination to promote inclusive development policies and ensure that persons with disabilities are fully integrated into the country's social economical life. As part of the strained efforts to prevent and combat vector-borne diseases, the Djibouti Public Health Institute has launched a special spraying campaign in several districts of the capital. According to the established schedule, teams responsible for controlling and reducing mosquito proliferation carry out interventions every evening to reduce their presence and limit the risks of the disease transmission. This operation forms part of a broader strategy implemented in close collaboration with the Ministry of Health. It is complemented by other actions including indoor spraying and the implementation of the Allied Mosquitoes Project, which aims to strengthen biological and sustainable control against these insects. Through these coordinated interventions, health authorities reaffirm their commitment to promoting public health and preventing the spread of vector-borne diseases. The Ministry of Health and the Djibouti Public Health Institute are calling on the population to support these efforts through simple actions such as eliminating stagnant water, maintaining water containers, and cooperating with field teams. The Center for Research, Information and Protection of National Education hosted today a national consultation workshop on the ethics of artificial intelligence in education, higher education, and research. The meeting was jointly organized by the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, the Ministry of Higher Education and Research, and the Ministry delegate in charge of the digital economy and innovation in partnership with UNESCO. The opening of the workshop was conducted by Abdurrahman Ahmed Abdo, Director General of the ICT Development at the Ministry of National Education, in the presence of Idil Moussaie, Head of the UNESCO Office in Djibouti, and Mohamed Moussa Yabe, Secretary General of the National Commission for UNESCO, along with around 50 participants representing various ministers. In his address, Abdurrahman Ahmed Abdo highlighted the real opportunities offered by artificial intelligence to improve learning quality and strengthen educational governance, while emphasizing the importance of ethical considerations, data protection, and respect for human values. A representative from UNESCO's Regional Office for East Africa also presented the challenge and risks associated with the use of artificial intelligence in education, as well as UNESCO's RAM methodology designed to maximize benefits while limiting potential risks. Dr. Hussein Ahmed Asawi, National Consultant on Artificial Intelligence and Director of the Mathematics and Digital Research Center at the University of Djibouti, further elaborated on the RAM methodology and outlined the objectives of the national consultation. The General Director of the Technology emphasized the importance of establishing strong digital governance frameworks to accompany the integration of artificial intelligence within the education sector. As part of the implementation of the National Youth Strategy and the promotion of professional integration, the Ministry of Youth and Culture continues its initiative aimed at empowering young people. This week, the Community Development Center in Section 7 BITS hosted the closing ceremony of a driving license training program that benefited 60 young people from the locality. Lasting 3 months, the program forms part of the parkour initiative designed to strengthen youth employability. In a context where mobility is often a key factor for accessing employment, the program enables participants to acquire essential skills through a comprehensive learning process combining road code theory and practical driving instructions. Over 90 days, both young men and women followed a rigorous curriculum aimed at facilitating their integration into the labor market, particularly in the transport, logistics, and service sectors. The use of community development centers as training venues reflects the government's determination to bring opportunities closer to neighborhoods within the capital. For the beneficiaries, the initiatives represents a significant opportunity. This training is a real breath of fresh air for us. A driving license is often too expensive for our families. Today, we live here with a major asset of our professional integration, said one participant. The Ministry of Youth and Culture reaffirmed its commitment to supporting young people beyond training. particularly by facilitating access to internships and employment opportunities while driving skills are essential. The director of the Community Center Development highlighted the positive impact of the training program on young participants from the neighborhood. As part of the monitoring of the Ramadan tournaments organized in various districts of the capital, a team from the Directorate of Sports visited the sports field and the PK13 Longemo 440 neighborhood to observe the progress of the sporting activities. Matches took place in a lively and festive atmosphere marked by strong participation from young people and the enthusiasm of local residents. As in other competition sites, games were played in a spirit of fair play and conviviality, reflecting the values of sport and the spirit of sharing associated with the holy month of Ramadan. In addition to the matches, several recreational sports activities were organized for young participants, including target shooting exercises that generated strong interest. Participants who distinguished themselves through precision and skill were rewarded, adding a motivating and festive dimension to the event. The president of the Longemo 440 Neighborhood Association, Mr. Hassan Ali, praised the organization of the Ramadan sport tournaments and highlighted its importance for strengthening unity within the community. Shifting gears towards the international scene now, where global financial markets remain marked by strong volatility as investors continue to react to developments in the conflict involving Iran, Israel, and the United States. At the start of trading on Tuesday, Asian markets showed signs of recovery following a particular turbulent 10 session the previous days. Japan's Nikkei 225 index recorded a notable rebound after suffering heavy losses on Monday. At least 6 Palestinians, including 3 children and a journalist, have been killed in Israeli airstrikes carried out in several areas of the Gaza Strip, according to local medical sources. The strikes reportedly targeted makeshift shelters and tents housing families displaced by the fighting. Several civilians were also injured in the attacks, which occurred despite a ceasefire agreement negotiated under mediation by the United States. Well, by this, our blood viewers, we finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more as usual. Have a wonderful evening and take care.